My name is Shamla Maharaj, and I am currently a university student. I'm pursuing my master's degree in agribusiness and marketing. I was born with cerebral palsy. Cerebral palsy is damaging of the cerebrium in the brain cell, and as a result it have different severities, and my cerebral palsy is spastic as well as antoid. Spastic is the muscles tend to get stiff sometimes, and antoid is the movement, as you can see, the movement uncontrollable sometimes. I grew up in a rural community called Barakpur. It was mostly dominated, a community dominated in agriculture. Growing up in Barakpur with cerebral palsy was a bit difficult, especially back then when I was born around 1985, and it didn't have rarely any vehicles or anything, so it was very, very difficult. And when I now started off, I couldn't even sit up. I used to lie down because my back was not strong enough to sit up, right? I used to be in a crib, and I have a brother less than a year apart from me. So he born right after me. So he used to actually be dragging my crib. Anyway, I used to order him around, and we used to play together. I was always free-spirited, meaning I was determined. I never one day, as a child, sit down and thought myself as having a disability. I would see myself just as my brothers, just limited. So what I would do in my mind, I would just think to myself, what alternative I could take to get to play with my brothers or my cousins, because my cousins niched right around me, and all of us are around the same age. So we used to play together and everything. When I was 4, I started off Princess Elizabeth, right? Prior to that, I went under the IQ with Dr. Toby, and he told my parents, not me, I had a high IQ because he used to put up paper and to color random letters, and as you could see, I could only use one hand, and I used to take it and actually form the letters for him. Now starting school, I had to stay in the Princess Elizabeth home because commuting to and from was very difficult. As I said before, we didn't have no transport. So my father, he used to travel with me to and from. I started off going every week, and he used to come back for me every week. Then I used to really be depressed, leaving my parents as a young child, leaving my parents. I used to always cry. I was very shy back then, never used to talk. I was really quiet. You would very rarely hear me. I would not request for anything. If I wanted water self, I would stay quiet and keep it to myself.
Coming up next.
I never thought of myself as a bright person, as anything, just try, right? So I tried really hard. Things that people would read 2 or 3 times, I'd have to read 10 times to get through. It used to be tough.
Every TT Connect operates on a promise to make sure we bring government services closer to you. We provide a wide range of services. We're fast, friendly and customer focused, so you always get what you need and feel great about the experience. Find us online at ttconnect.gov.tt or at one of our service center locations. There's a TT Connect center near you. Visit us today.
Morning.
Boss, my public assistant check reach yet?
Oh, sorry, nothing.
Okay. Yeah, my check?
No, ma'am, nothing.
Nah, you were waiting.
waiting on? Come, where my check?
Nothing today, Granny.
What you mean nothing?
Granny, you better check the office.
The office at mine, you expect me to go down and
But Granny, why are you arguing with the postman?
because like my check loose in space.
Granny, you got your form to sign up for direct deposit. It's for senior citizens who receiving pension and those who receiving disability grant and public assistance.
Form?
Direct deposit?
Yes, with direct deposit, the money goes directly into your bank account.
Directly?
Yes, so no more checking in the mail.
Good. Come inside and show me where this farm is.
Come
Yes,
on,
I
Granny.
better go down the road and tell some people down the road.
You do that.
Come on, Granny. Granny, come on, Granny.
Direct deposit. It's direct banking, direct payment. Call 800-4775 for further info. Direct deposit, making sense.
I used to be more independent as a young person. Going to school, they used to make us do things for ourselves. They trained us like to be more independent, more mannerly. I got all my manners from that school, everything, right? They told us, they showed us how to eat with, well, back then, they taught us knife and fork. I never used that because obviously with using one hand, I cannot use knife and fork. So the matron, she taught me how to use a fork alone in a way that it would be more mannerly, right? They taught us to say, please, thank you, everything. As a young person having a disability, being home and around people you know, you didn't feel anything. You didn't really take it on because as I said, you have a perspective that you want to be just like everybody else, right? And you try not to think about it. Once you think you have a disability, you would act like you have a disability like that, right? And you wouldn't be able to move forward. But like going to the malls as a young person, you will see people staring. And when people stare, even like it come like you're going on a stage and everybody getting nervous. I used to get nervous. I used to wonder what they're watching me so for. I used to get angry in my mind. I used to be like, why they should stare me? It's just a wheelchair, right? It's just I just still a human on a wheelchair. They could be in a wheelchair too, you never know, right? And so I used to bypass it. That used to just fly by my mind in a few seconds, right? And after I used to just bypass it, but I used to be nervous. You should see it. I used to just shake up. I never kept back myself from doing anything, going anywhere. As a child, I used to be demanding, be real persistent, that when I want to do something, I have to do it. Even people tell me no, I just say yes. I know I could do it because I have it in my mind. I don't have it played out in my mind how I'm going to do going about doing that. So it used to be really challenging because you have it in your mind. Now you have to put more effort into allowing people to see that, to be part and to help you see that going through you. So it used to be really hard. You had to do something, you had to put double effort into getting something done.
Coming up next.
When I finished that final exam, I felt a bit relieved, plus confused. Confused meaning that I don't know what is the next step in my life.
Informing and educating the nation, especially the young ones, about water, how it's won and processed, and how it should be protected are just a few of our major responsibilities here at the Public Education Center. The enjoyable learning environment, cultivating conservation habits, developing healthy relationships, and giving our public an appreciation of the environment in which we produce water. WASA's PEC, the region's only public education center on water.
Where is it? Huh? Where is my pension check? It must be hiding from me. Oh, Lord, I need that check to live. I know remember something. The last time Joni did lose her public assistance check, she wait long to get it back. So she had to go down by the police station and make a report. And then she had to go down by the social welfare office and make a next report. And then she had to wait long for it. Months. Oh, Lord, I don't have that kind of time. I am an old woman. I have things to do. Where is it?
Granny, what's going on in here?
Earthquake?
Granny, you lose your pension check again.
It's hiding from me.
Granny, you signed up for the direct deposit? You got the forms in the mail?
Direct deposit form?
Granny, the Ministry of People and Social Development, they send out forms. It's the persons receiving senior citizen pension, disability grant, and public assistance. With direct deposit, you can access your money from your bank account anytime you want. Granny, look for the form. If not, we'll go by the social welfare office and get another one. Granny, man, I'm coming back.
But this direct deposit sounding good. I mean, if the money going directly into my bank account, then I don't have to be hiding no check or waiting on no postman. No, I could go down by the bank and do my business. Nobody ain't have to know nothing. Privacy. And I like that. But like this direct deposit gonna be making my life a lot easier. And at my age, that's all I want, you know.
Direct deposit. It's direct banking, direct payment. Call 800-4775 for further info. Direct deposit, making sense.
I actually passed for 5 years, and the 5 years were a bit difficult, so I got a transfer to the 7 years. They mentioned inclusive education for all. The principal gave us a little trouble. He said, don't have no place, it don't have no more desk. So my mother, she went in, she demanded that I got a place because I was approved to come to their school. I started off a week late just to get everything prepared. Well, at CXC I got 8 passes. Then I went on and wrote Unit 1 of Cape. I got all 4 passes. Then I went on and wrote Unit 2. Also got all 4 passes. In Unit 1 we were the first set of students doing the course, and it was tough on me because whatever the teacher taught in some of the subjects never came. So you have to apply for everything from up the top of your head. And I said to myself, when I went to the exam, and nothing that would taught there, I say I live in the Caribbean, based in the Caribbean, I will write something. And I end up passing, right? Getting the 8 subjects, my mother especially, and father, they were really proud. Aunties, uncles, everybody, they were proud that I actually got through with everything. Finishing Unit 2, they were also proud. My mom especially, she was on top of the world that I've got everything. Then we applied. It was while I was in year 2, we applied for university because all my friends were applying. So mom and I said, well, let us just try and see if we'll get through. So I went, I did everything, I applied. Coming down to the last, they had on the newspaper the dates to go and see if you get through first batch or second batch, and we were never going, we wasn't going. And the last day after lunch, that was a Thursday, mom and I began to talk. We said, well, let us just go and see, because it had a deadline for the slip to go in to see if he would accept. Let us just go and see. And I saw that I had gotten through in the first batch. I was shocked because I was preparing myself to go and make arrangement to go SBCS or ITT and do some courses. I got through to do a BSc, a double major in agribusiness and management. Right? The first year, it was challenging. Mom used to take me to and from. She learned to drive when I started the secondary school, and she learned to drive on the highway when I started tertiary education, she used to take me to and from school. Sometimes when my brothers were off, they used to take me. I had my manual teacher. I used to get pushed to and from class. My faculty, which is science and agriculture, everybody were very nice. The second semester, one thing though, my classes were upstairs in a building with 3 flights of steps, right? And we went and approached the dean, and he said he will try and see what he could do, but he can't transfer the class. So that entire semester I had class every day, Monday to Friday. Sometimes Tuesdays, we start class in the morning, the same building, and the evening at each time. He started to ask persons to lift me up with the wheelchair and take me that flight of step, right? So it used to be hard doing my degree, and I finished my degree in 3 years. I even got sick, and I couldn't write my exam. I got the dengue, and I couldn't write none of my exam because of that semester. Because of that, and I was writing 4 or 5 courses, and I applied to do it for the summer. I got you to do 3 this year. In no way I could do 4. Plus, I had my internship. I worked for 2 months, 3 months at Nutrimix. So with that, I had to do my exam. And a week before, then I decided to go online, and I saw that I got registered for the 4th course. So I had literally 1 week, which is a finance course, not good at maths. I saw that I have the exam next week, and they didn't notify me that I got through. I got weak for 2 days straight, depressed, and then I told myself, I said, I get it to do, I wanted it to do. It will help me finish faster. I took that week, and I studied, I ended up passing it. I got through, I passed everything. I got an A in my internship as well, because you had to work whole day, 8 to 4, and plus do those courses. When I finished that final exam, I felt a bit relieved, plus confused. Confused meaning that I don't know what is the next step in my life. If I would get through to going further, and then the frightening thing is the job. If doing a degree alone would get me a job, because I remember it had free education for all. So I would have to compete just as anybody else with that degree to get that job, so to have a higher. So I was worried to see if I had gotten through.
Coming up next.
I would never have thought that after graduation my life would have changed. So much people would know me. I didn't know doing this as a person with disability would inspire so much people.
We are reporting from communities across the country. People are calling Nalis libraries their library. Tell me, why is Nalis your library?
My library is where I can have fun learning.
My library is helping me earn better grades with online research resources.
My library is my gateway to the world of information.
My library is providing access to the differently able. As a visually impaired person, I can envision limitless possibilities.
My library is making my world truly worldwide with free internet access.
My library is helping me keep an eye on my health with access to the virtual health library via the Nalis website.
Nalis is my library.
Granny, what you doing?
Child, I forget and I wash my pension check.
But Granny, you can't use it like that.
What? I need my money now.
Granny, you didn't get the form to sign up for the new initiative by the government.
Initiative what?
It's called direct deposit. You see, there was a concern for lost check, so they came up with direct deposits. So you could go directly to the bank to withdraw your money.
So wait, they ain't posting out the checks again?
No, once you sign your form and post it in the mail.
Oh, well, that good. Morning, neighbor, morning.
Morning, Tanti. I'm going to check for my check.
But like you ain't hear about direct deposit? Wait, people who getting disability grant, them getting it too?
Yes, disability, pension, and public assistance.
That is waiting. Come, boy, come. Let me tell you about direct deposit. Direct deposit, boy.
Direct deposit. It's direct banking, direct payment. Call 800-4775 for further info. Direct deposit, making sense.
I would never have thought that after graduation my life would have changed. So much people would know me. I didn't know doing this as a person with disability would inspire so much people. Graduating, going up on stage, I let myself mind close because I'll get nervous. And when I reached down, the lady that sat next to me, she told me I got the loudest and round of applause and a standing ovation. I said I didn't know. After graduating and being highlighted, so much people got to know me, got to know that I have CP, got to know who I am and everything. They approached me, especially parents with children with disability. They approach me via Facebook. When you go in the mall, they approach you. Anywhere you go, they're coming up to you and they start to cry and say their child have disability, and it give me inspiration, it give me hope that my child will reach somewhere one day. From before, they used to have talks about equal rights, right? They used to talk about it. They used to say inclusion, but they never used to see it being done, right? Because they never had a tangible, anything tangible to prove that, okay, this is the success of what we're going to do, what we're going to invest in, it will actually have success, right? So now being highlighted, it got in a way great, because not for me, but for society, for people with disability. It showed that, okay, you're talking about it, now actually do something, because you will get success out of it. Parents, they come, they say they don't know the avenues to go through, especially little babies, parents with little babies, to go through to get their child into school. They say all they know, their child have to depend on them. So they keep asking me questions about what school I went, the reality and the papers, how I went about doing it, and I actually talk back. People invited me to talk in little seminars and stuff, and I went, and that motivated me to start to talk to the public. My ultimate goal in life is to live a normal life, just as anybody else, working, have my own responsibility. I plan to open my own business too, as a sideline, and show people that although you live in the country, although you live in a third world country, in the Caribbean, you could still make it in life. You don't have to go abroad. And that is why I never went abroad. People ask me, and I said no. I have to stay here and make a part for others. If I go away, I will be making a part for their country. What about my country? Who would start it, right? So I want to show people that even though you have a disability, you're still determined and you still have that ultimate perspective in life, and you could do it. Once you have the moral support, once you have the motivation and the will, you will do it.